Hello, everyone. If you can hear me, I am not honestly sure about this, but this will be the next ARCSOA Elite Series. Yeah, I think it is working. Sweet. This will be the next ARCSOA Elite Series. Hold on, I'm checking with my phone to make sure this is working. Race here at the New York Autoring, which could be very fun. Sweet. And it is sweet. Okay. So the ARCSOA Elite Series thing is up, so it should be working perfectly. Hopefully this saves, too. So this is going to be live coverage of the ARCSOA Elite Series race at the New York Autoring.
Drivers.
A couple of things. This is how ARCSOA races will be handled now, because I have a life now, and I don't have time to really edit the videos much anymore, so in order to keep ARCSOA going, which I still want to do, I have to find an easier way to get these races in. So that's kind of what I'm going to do now, is just kind of do this the old-fashioned way, and or not the old-fashioned way, the new way, and that's stream them over YouTube. So that could be a lot of fun. So you're going to get actually full flag-to-flag coverage of the ARCSOA Elite Series going forward, and maybe as races go on, we will start bringing in some new commentators, etc. I know we've done this a little bit before with some things as well, so on the pole, as you see, is Sean Ard driving for the Nissan team. Nissan is very fast around here through all the testing and through the practice sessions. Aiden Shepard in the Ferrari is second. Zayden Davidson's third, with Sevar Ilkin fourth. Ilkin really strong in the 53 car for the MDR team. Fifth, we have Carol Abbott, Vince Freeze sixth. William Brock seventh. Ty and Austin Silverspoon eighth. Eighth and ninth. Takumi Hirano 10th, DJ Curtis 11th, Joshua Michaels 12th, Beth Woodard 13th, Farley Callahan 14th, Bobby Jones 15th, Austin Sanders in the Tesla 16th, Stratan is 17th, Woodard 18th, Alamis 19th, Tannerhill 20th, Fitzgerald 21st, Roy 22nd, Pliskin 23rd, Noah Hart 24th, Kelvin 25th, Ryan Griffin 26th, Gretchen Faust 27th, Longstocking 28th, Speeds 29th, 30th is Ethan Moore, 31st is Flaubert, 32nd is Perkins, 33rd is Grainer, 34 is Moore, 35th is Holiday, 36th is Griffith, 37th is Morse, 38th is Pericles, 39th is Faber, 40th is Hadeland, 41st is Oskin, and 42nd is Costra. So that is the starting grid. Costra, I think this is the first race he's started since he won the American 700. Unlike the last major large super speedway, ARCSOA, what they've done is they've made these cars a lot higher downforce since the last time they run, because there's of course some bad accidents at Daytona. For example, we had Ty Silverspoon, I think, go flying through the air. We had Ty Silverspoon flying through the air at a very in a very nasty-looking accident. So that was kind of upsetting, but other than that, nothing really that we can... So what they've done is they've slowed the cars down just to avoid that kind of an incident again. So I hope everybody is in the chat. I don't actually have the chat up in the background, but this could be a very interesting race here. So other than that, I'm not exactly sure what else to really talk about. They're going to roll off here in a second. Oh, the playoff system has been dropped. I know there was a video about the playoff system. I haven't deleted it yet. And we are also shrinking the schedule down a little bit. So some drivers have been mathematically eliminated from the championship. Not many, but some have been, because we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of this title. So, so that's, other than that, we're about ready to go green here. We've got just under a minute to go before these cars start rolling off here for their pace lap. So other than that, Maybe I can get on the YouTube video and see on my phone and see some of the comments. Oops, let's turn that down so that it's not bothering us. On the YouTube video and see on my phone. Oh, I can't really see the live chat. I don't even know if anybody is chatting for that matter, but other than that, let's go back to this menu here. 17 seconds before the command start engines. So, again, Noah Hart's got a pretty big points lead coming into this race, although he's starting all the way down in 24th, and we know how attrition-filled super speedways can be. We're hoping they're not going to be that bad today, but that this race won't be. But there is the driver's start your engines call. And so these cars should be rolling off the grid here any second now as they start firing up. And here they go. And, oh, we got Ty Silverspoon with problems there. He did not get going. I believe that was an... Oh, we got two cars with issues. It's a major terminal engine failure for Ty Silverspoon, and the 92 has a fuel leak. We've got to be careful about that going forward. But Ty Silverspoon might be the first car already out of this event. And that would not be good. A couple other changes. The Room of Doom system will now apply to next weekend, in which instead of being DQ'd for this race, they won't be allowed to run next weekend if they Room of Doom, which will take place off camera, of course. And then points will probably take place off camera, and you might have to go to the ARCSOA Elite Series Discord to see the points after each race. Remember, 75 points for the champion. For the race winner. So the field of now 41 cars are lined up now. Could be an interesting fight here, I think. This event could be. There's Sean Ard. Zayden Davidson, his teammate behind him. Will they work together to get going in this event? That's a good question. I don't know if they will. Obviously, you've got the Teslas who still have not won a race all year, but they've looked very fast. They very well could have won a number of races. Abbott and Sanders have. Here they go. First time I think both the user odd cars have also started a race. All right. How will this new high downforce package work? Will it bunch them up too tightly? I don't know. Here we go. Green flag is out, and away we go with the 20th round of the ARCSOA Elite Series. Down towards turn one they go. Oh, we got a car possibly break. Oh, that's Hirano. Remember we said there was a fuel system leak, and we got an incident already. Oh, no. And we got a further one up the track. What on earth is happening? That was not a good start at all, and that's all because Hirano had a fuel system leak. Hirano just didn't have any fuel pickup, it looked like, and that just stacked the entire field up. I was not expecting to see the big one before we get up to really 200 miles an hour. And that's Noah Hart, our points leader, with heavy damage to the front bumper. So this is going to be a race of basically survival, and we've got more cars with damage there than what we really would have ever thought. What a mess off the start. We're going to have to go back and take a look at that, because that was... We knew Hirano's car had a fuel pickup problem. He reported it back. But I was not expecting that kind of an accident right off the start. And we're going to see Hirano's frantically trying to get that car up to speed, but as you can see, it just doesn't go. And that just bunches everybody up behind him. And he tries to go into the high line, and oh, it looks like Hart. Somebody tried to make a third line back there, and it just did not work whatsoever. And then something with Carter Fitzgerald further up the track was a big issue there. But I want to take a look again and see how this all started. A little further back with the 5 car. It started around the 5 of Noah Hart, our points leader. So obviously the field's backing up. They don't know the field's backing up. And, oh, Hart just runs into the back of Roy there. I think that's on our points leader there. That's all on Noah Hart. And then what happened with the 60? Because I saw the 60 go flying there. And then, yeah, where did Hart get all the... Oh! Hart tries to go up the track and then hits... Hart was going to get out of that okay with the front end and then hit Sanders, but... I want to see the Hart incident one more time. And then we'll take a look at what happens here. So the whole field's backing up. And right there, just chaos there. And yeah, that's a lot of cars right there. Oh, Ingrid Hadeland fighting for points earlier in the year. That team has been. They're pretty strong in the constructor standings. And I want to see what happened to the Fitzgerald car there. Because I think Fitzgerald tangled with Farley Callahan there. And Fitzgerald actually got out of that okay, but Fitzgerald is the only Matthews car in this event here. So Fitzgerald goes low, and then just slides up and decides to turn Cody Lamas, another major championship contender there. And this track, with as narrow as it is, just when an incident happens like that, it just takes out so many cars. And what happened with Farley Callahan? Because I saw... So Callahan gets out of the initial incident okay. It happened behind Callahan there. Oh, Pliskin gets involved in... Oh, that's where Michaels and Sanders gets into it as well. And then, is that Woodard? Greg Woodard, our Moncton winner, and also involved there. Ooh, not what you want to see. So right now, there's only 23 cars left in this race. Already. A lot of cars out with damage on lap 1, really. After just one corner, we've already swiped out about half the field. So you got to be real careful with that so far. And after pit stops, it looks like Zayden Davidson is our leader in this event. And just a lot of calamity right off the bat there. Gonna take a look here. There's no one on the tail end of the lead lap. There's a new rule in ARCSOA, and this was kind of instituted for the American 700. But if there's tail end of the lead laps, what they'll do is they'll go green immediately and then throw immediately another yellow to give them a little wave around. So it's really a super long caution to reorganize the field, and it'll only happen in the first maybe... It only happens if there's anything less than 5 to go, then they won't do it. But in order to ensure or attempt a green flag finish, because we don't want that not to happen, but they will try for a green flag finish. But everybody, for the most part, drove away from that incident. And whoever didn't got just cleaned up immediately trying to fix that. So... everybody drove back to the pits and then retired, but going to be a real interesting race going forward because we only have 23 cars officially, well, I don't know about Hirano. Hirano's trying to get some work done. Vince Freeze with a lot of damage to the front of it. The upside down 14 car has some damage as well, but actually a lot of the cars remaining don't have much in terms of damage. Fitzgerald maybe got a lot of hers repaired. But we should be, yep, this is going to be the 1 to go signal before we finally get to go racing here. Austin Silverspoon up in 3rd. Good to see him that high up the grid, but hopefully we get a clean race here because I would not want to see it not happen, you know? Say the least, but this could be very interesting as they get going here because... with only 23 cars left, we might not see as much of a crash fest as we normally would with these high drag, high downforce packages because we were expecting this to be more of a chaotic race but less silly incidents in terms of really serious ones. But now with only 23 cars left, or possibly 24 if they get the 92 rolling again, we could be in for a decent race now, actually, in terms of trying to get the cars running the best they can. And Vince Freeze will be interesting with the damage that he has. There's a couple other cars with rear-end damage. I think Perkins back there has some rear-end damage. Remember, cars are trying to fight in the top 10 positions, or trying to get into the top 10 in constructor standings as well. And if you want to look at the ARCSOA Discord, you will see that. And I think they might have gotten the... Is that the 88 pitting? Or no, it was the 92. I think they're still working on a little bit, but... Oh, the 82's got a fuel system problem. So where's the 82? That makes me a little concerned about going back. Oh, no, there's the 82. He's pulled it off the inside. He did the responsible thing, unlike what the 92 did earlier. And we're going to go back green here. Let's hope we actually get a lap in. Green flag is out, and away we go. Very spread out start there. And it also looks like Austin Silverspoon is going to try the inside of Carroll Abbott. Got a better start than Abbott. Down to turn one, they fly. And a very nicely spread out start there for these cars, because we know that they're going to try and pack up here very, very quickly. And as we go through the field, it looks like Vince Freeze is the only car that might be off the pace, for that matter, as we keep going. So yeah, we're down to 23 now. And now Silverspoon's already going to challenge Davidson here. And this is where things are going to get very interesting to see which cars are quick enough. It also looks like we got a little gap here between Aiden Shepard and that's Bobby Jones there. Stratan is fighting with with Flaubert, I'm sorry. And Calvin's also trying to get going as well. I don't see any other damaged cars. Oh, though Perkins is in there. Perkins looks actually pretty quick despite that heavy rear end damage. And the 12 with some issues as well. What's wrong with the 12 car? No mechanical problems, but the 12 just had to pit, I guess. 3 wide for second position here. We got Stratan looking down low. Also another, is that an upside down number on the 53? I can't really tell because it breaks one of the cardinal rules of paint scheme design, and that is a white number on a white background. I don't want to do that too often, but it is a nice scheme other than that. Down towards, or having the background, having the number being the same color as the background. But as we get going here, down towards turn number 1 they go again, or down through 1 and 2 again. The field is spreading out quite nicely. And this is what we need to see in order to make sure this race keeps going. Here it goes, Brock to the inside, trying to take over the lead of the race here, and he does. William Brock leads the New York Autoring race here. And now the two Nissans are nose to tail, so I wonder if they're going to start working with each other to get up the field here. That would be a smart thing. That'd be an incredibly smart thing for them to do. Don't know if they will, but it'd be a smart thing to do. Here they go, down towards, through turns 1 and 2, and they are nose to tail here. Or they were, at least. I can't really tell from that. Yes, they are still nose to tail, and they are going to try and tandem their way by William Brock, it looks like. And they will have a draft off of him as well. And this is a very interesting kind of packing situation they've got here, because they're going about 213, which is about 10 miles an hour or 20 miles an hour, 10 to 20 miles an hour less than what we thought they were originally going to go here. And now maybe they're making a team decision to make the 83 lead, because apparently I guess the 83 car might be quicker in the lead position, but this could end up biting them in the dust because the 83 didn't clear the 84 fast enough. And now the 7's going to stick his nose under there and ruin the entire thought process of this. But now Ozkin might be a problem for this pack. A little further back. This field is all spread out. I don't think they've got much of a chance for a bit here to try and catch this group here. But here they go down towards turn 1, and it looks like Brock... Oh, now you got the two Fords. They might be trying to work with each other, but I don't think Stratan, or I'm sorry, not Stratan, Ilkin really wants to see that happen. Here comes Ozkin. In another fusion, but we don't know. Oh, and he's blocking his not pseudo teammate, that is. And that's not what you want to do, because you're holding up all the leaders. And this just made this pack very much more condensed than it was. And this is why lap cars can be so difficult here at these high-speed, super speedway-style racetracks, in which, where you're roughly flat out the entire way around it. You've got to be real careful about these lap cars becoming problematic here. Brock still leads the race, but DJ Curtis is going to start trying to push his way forward here. Ard gets held up, and Ilkin can't seem to get by. So Ilkin's going to lose the lead pack at this rate, unless if, well, Ozkin maybe is trying to hold on himself, so... And maybe he wasn't able to. Well, no, he's quite a bit off the pace, about 10 mile an hour off the pace, so... And Ilkin, at this stage, has lost that lead group. They have lost that lead group there. So, down the track they go. This is William Brock now, leading this event quite substantially right now. And again, if you're typing in the chat, the live chat, I cannot see the live chat while this is going because I don't have the chat pulled up at this stage. So this could be interesting now as Brock now continues to lead this race. And I think that's Davidson in second. Yes, it is. Davidson is in P2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8-car lead pack now up through Brock through Ard is the lead pack. So the 17 through 83 are the lead pack. 53 and 29 have lost that pack through various means and ways. Hold on just a sec. Bumped it. Oh, my bad. Down the track now they go. Oops, bumped another thing. My apologies there. Sorry if the stream isn't behaving like it should be. I think it's still working. Let me check actually on my phone. Sorry, these are a lot more informal than what I guess the ARCSOA Elite Series chats still were, but... Still working. Let me check actually on my phone. Yes, it is working. Sweet. Oh, we got a move in the back here. Curtis is going to try a slingshot move here. Didn't really seem to make it work, but they are going single file at this stage, and this is a much safer alternative to what they were used to. It seems like the backpack did a lot better job getting by Ozkin than the front pack did. They also have to start worrying about Tannerhill here in a second. Caitlin Tannerhill struggling there. Had to make an early pit stop. Also, Vince Freeze is quite a ways off the pace as well. Down the backstretch they go. Oh, Curtis is going to try that slingshot move again. And has help finally, as Abbott now makes a move on Davidson for second. So that is going to be interesting because these slingshots are what are going to help the pack kind of maybe recycle themselves a little bit. This might be a little bit more of an old school ARCSOA Super Speedway race, and there might be a bit of recycling in here, or pack recycling. That means when somebody gets to the front of the field, they slide high, and maybe if they can't seem to lead the pack, although it looks like William Brock's got a heck of a car. It looks like Curtis is going to try another car here and has the help from one of the Nissans. That's Ard. I'm thinking Davidson will slot in behind Ard here. Or at least that's what I'd do if I'm Davidson here, is slot in behind Ard and help your teammate out. And that's, well, it took him a while to do it, and now Ard is seemingly leaving him. Although I think that'll change in this corner. I think they just want to put Beth Woodard in the back of the pack. Remember, Bethany Woodard, her brother is the other racer on that team, One Moncton. One of the fastest teams there. Oh, here comes now Curtis on the inside of Abbott, but doesn't seem to have a lot of help down there. All alone here. And now you've got the two Fords. Ford Performance Technology cars, 1-2. And this is where team tactics can really play their hand here, especially now that they're coming up to the lap car of Vince Freeze. Will Vince Freeze be a better back marker than before? And oh, looks like the Nissan Brigade has thrown a wrench into the Ford idea here. And oh, well, but it looks like Brock again misjudged a lapped car. But at least, ooh, is there a problem with Shepard back there? Yeah, it looks like it. And Freeze is now holding up DJ Curtis and Abbott, it looks like. Don't want to do that too often, as it looks like Freeze is going to drop to the back of this pack, and now it looks like Curtis is going to drop to the back of the pack, and now it looks like Curtis, Abbott, and Silverspoon have really had issues because Freeze has really messed up some drivers there. Oh, car on pit road there. Wonder what that's about. Oh, engine problems for the 22 car. Did he blow up on track, I wonder? Because if he did, that might... Oh, yeah, there's oil on the track! And ARCSOA is going to throw a yellow for that! ARCSOA is throwing a yellow flag because of oil on the circuit. And that's actually going to save Tannerhill there from going an extra lap down. Or is Tannerhill even a lap down, I wonder? Yeah, Tannerhill's a number of laps down, but still, that's going to throw out a yellow flag there because of... That's going to throw a yellow flag out because of oil on the racetrack. So yellow flag there because that's not going to be good there. Hold on, let me take a look at something here. I'm just kind of looking at something. Oh, okay, so I'm just checking something on the stream. So this is kind of a little bit of a test run here. So the stream did not freeze, but I was checking to see how it was on the computer at the same time. So that's why the camera froze there and you can still hear me. It's nothing on your end. So I'm just kind of taking a look at this here. Hi, Rich Roy and Ryan in this, I see. You guys have missed... actually, Carter Fitzgerald was involved in the big one, actually, Ryan. And actually, wow, Carter Fitzgerald's staying out. Is Fitzgerald going to try and take the lead of this event, it looks like? Possibly. Fitzgerald was involved in it, but got out with minimal damage. Kari did, so... and whatever damage she got, they fixed. Oh, Faber also stayed out. That's an interesting thought process here. Okay. Okay, I kind of see what they're doing here. Very interesting pit road here, exit here. It looks like Davidson's going to lead the field out of the pits, or lead the group out of the pits that came in. And, ooh, bad stop there for the Ford Performance team. But now you're going to have new leaders at the front of the field. And this could be an interesting thought process here going forward. Because, as you can see, this is going to be interesting as we got some cars that are up front that really weren't all day for that. Well, I don't know. The 80 might have been. The 80 might have been in that lead pack. I can't remember, actually, anymore. Excuse me there. But Carter Fitzgerald, we knew wasn't. Carter Fitzgerald was hanging on to the tail end right there at the end there, so... Fitzgerald, they're going to try and roll the dice, the Matthews team, to get Fitzgerald up the field here. They're going to try and hope for another caution pretty quick here. And with some of the way that the pack racing has been here, that is a possibility as well. Again, if you just came onto the broadcast, 22 cars remaining in this race after the 22 of, it was Ensel, but Grainer now, has broken down. And now that's going to kind of put a damper on this with only 22 cars still in the race, although technically the 92 is still in. Oh, Fitzgerald, I believe, has brought it down pit road. I think they were trying to do a maneuver to maybe lead for a little bit there, but I'm not sure what that pit strategy call was, because with the way that the field is spread out on these restarts, it could be interesting to see where these cars all slot in on these restarts here. Unless if... Could Kari Fitzgerald be just getting an extra lap of fuel in place, maybe to try and make a run for the end there? We got to keep that in mind that Fitzgerald pit a lap later than everybody else, and Faber has not pit since the first caution. So this could be interesting for them. I've got to do a little bit of math here, but let me get out my calculator here, but 60 times 2.25 this is a 135-mile race. So, again, it might not seem like the most interesting race on the planet because of the way that the field, a lot of the field's been taken out early on, but the kind of movement you're going to see in this, it could turn into a fuel mileage event, really. A fuel tire race. Shout out to everybody that's watching this live. Type in the live chat who's watching it live, because this is really interesting, because I just want to see how the live streaming works, if you like it better than the highlight videos. And in a way, it might actually end up making the American 700 a shorter video, but I don't know. ARCSOA Season 28 is a long way away, and if we do it's ARCSOA Season 28, it's going to be very different in terms of I'm not going to have nearly this many full-time cars attempting it. I'm looking at maybe 14 teams of 2, with maybe a third one-off for each team, which would bring it up to 42. So, for the one-off races, and then maybe for the American 700, just having a couple of, like, maybe 10 one-off cars that just show up is kind of my idea, but we'll see how this works. I'm going to take a look while we're on the final lap here. We've got 4 viewers, I think, right now. We've got Ryan and Rich Roy there. It's going to stop for a second here. Let's see. Looks like Ryan has been one person that's really helped me out quite a lot in setting this up again, and actually I gotta also give credit out to like the TM Master Cup Series, because I've been watching a couple of those old races and it got me motivated to do this again. But I'm not motivated for the video process, so that's why I'm doing the live streams. So, and like I said, this is a little bit more informal than normal, but you get to see the behind the scenes of an ARCSOA Elite Series race almost. So if you have any questions in the live chat, I kind of can see what's going on in like the little corner of the screen, so I can stop always the video and answer some questions a little bit there just to kind of see what's going on there. But other than that, should be getting going. Is the 14's still running too. I was going to see if Rich Roy was running. At one time, both your cars actually missed the incident, so as you can see, there is a pretty substantial bunching distance I've provided here, because I was thinking that we'd have 42 cars, and while the field was going to be, ARCSOA decided, because of the fact that it was going to be a higher downforce package than normal, they wanted to bunch the field out wider distance in order to prevent kind of the humongous packs we're used to seeing. But obviously that didn't really need to happen when you take out 20 cars off the start. But oh, Ozkin's slow. Ozkin's very slow off the line here. And that's not a smart move by Brock, I don't think. Not at all a very smart move there. And we've got an anchor on the inside line. That's going to let the front 3, I think, run away here. Maybe. Maybe let the front 3 run away. Ozkin's on the inside. What? Oh, what's wrong with Faber? Faber isn't going either. Faber's got a problem. Faber's got a big problem. Oh, Faber's got a pit. Uh-oh. Well, that's going to bunch this pack up. And look at the lead that Davidson's got over Bobby Jones, who's come out of nowhere to take over second. Vince Freeze is holding cars up as well. So there's no drafting help for the leaders here. Tanner Hill's kind of... Oh, but Freeze is damaged. Here comes Brock with Woodard here, but they got to get through slow cars as well. So once these... Oh, now, is that really appropriate, you two? Lap cars there, taking up both the racing lines at the time? Probably not so cool. And then Brock tries to make a third lane, but Faust is there. So, ooh, a little bit of turbulence in that pack back there, but luckily it seems like they seem to be sorting themselves out, but... Yeah, this is going to be a real interesting race with the leader having no drafting help and second having no drafting help, and the pack being held up by 2 bozos who don't know how to get out of the way. So this should be interesting. Sorry about that, I bumped my volume key. Down into the turn here. Finally, it looks like Woodard, Faust, and Tannerhill have gotten by. And Tannerhill, I believe, is up to pace here. It's just Ozkin that's holding people up. And that's going to be the pack to watch now, because it seems like everybody else is held up behind Freeze there, by Freeze and maybe Roy, who has damage. Ooh, that's very tight there at one point between Ilkin and Abbott, with Shepard in the middle there. As we know, Noah Hart has retired from the race, our point leader, on the first lap in that very low-speed incident. It was kind of his fault that that incident happened, outside of Hirano not signaling to people, but This pack is very, very tight and very, very turbulent, so you got to be real careful about this going forward. But right now, the leader has a 2.59-second lead, and then there's another 2 seconds up the road to Bobby Jones. And we're going to see if that's going to close here real quick. It should, as this pack should start catching pretty quick here. Remember, Ozkin is quite slow, and Ozkin's holding up some of these cars, and I don't think Calvin's that fast of a car either, but whoops, didn't mean to bump that there. I meant to go down to the chat to see what's going on here. So far, no mechanical issues in this race so far, or in this stint so far. Remember, if there is any mechanical snafus, then they will throw, if there's like oil on the track or a tire blow, then ARCSOA will be more likely to throw a yellow flag in that regard here. And I don't actually think Tanner Hill's that quick either, but you got to just keep that in mind as we go forward here. And now Ard realizes that, dives underneath Tanner Hill with help from Woodard here, and now this pack's really starting to close in on the leaders. As you can see, that pack is really shrinking down here. Or that lead is really shrinking down to 239 now. And the leader is coming off of turn 2. The next car that they will encounter is on the front stretch. That's Thaber. Although, probably not the next one because Freeze is slower than Thaber. So I'm guessing Freeze will pass Thaber here in a second. We're just past the halfway mark. Zayden Davidson's kicking butt right now. And really, with his teammate now in now what will be the lead, or the pack that's chasing down the leaders, start watching for some teammate chicanery going on between the two Nissan brigades. They've been trying stuff all race to get the teammates lined up. And that could be interesting as we get going here, but down into turns 3, or turns 1 and 2, they've now caught Bobby Jones in second, and now it's only a 2.2-second lead for Davidson now. Remember, Tanner Hill is a number of laps down. Tanner Hill is in 19th position, a lap down. So this could get interesting in that regard here. And we're going to look back here. It is down to 6th place. Woodard will be the lead pack. I think Faust has lost it. DJ Curtis, with help from Ilkin, Abbott, and Shepard, will maybe pick up Faust. But again, they're going to be hoping for a yellow, but we're probably going to get more pit stops in this event as well. So, oh, Kansas Chaser is on today. Owner of the Caitlin Tanner Hill Allison Holiday team. Holiday did not qualify for this race. We'll start showing some of the qualifying sessions, I believe, as well on this if we're going to live stream. I think that'll be nice enough for us, so we can do that for you. I didn't for this one, but for the next couple of races, for the remainder of the season, we'll show some of the qualifiers. Once we get, especially down to like Ice Planet, which will be the finale, we've got a race scheduled there. I believe it'll be 100 laps around Ice Planet. So, oh, Holiday did qualify? Oh yeah, Holiday is out, is what I should have said. Holiday is a 56, correct? Yes, Holiday's a 56, finished 40th. Got involved in the big one earlier on. Sorry there, Kansas Chaser. I didn't mean to cause any snafus there. Oh, up the field now. We've got Bobby Jones now is caught. Zayden Davidson now. And now we got a race on our hands. And it looks like Bobby Jones is going to... hold on. How Vince Freeze is watching. Freeze, your driver is still in the race, however, damaged in the lap 1 big one, which was a rather strange big one if you want to go back and take a look at it. Here we go, down towards turn number 3 and 4. Sean Ard now has taken over second. Oh, what is going on there? Bump that. My apologies. Ard is now taking over second now as they've recycled Davidson to the back of this pack behind Tanner Hill there. No matter what, it's going to be a good points day for the Mid-Atlantic team as we get going. Oh, Brock is trying to make a move now. Brock is making a move. And Brock now dives underneath Ard for second position. We know Brock had the dominant car in stint number 1. And now will Brock be trying to lead this next stint? Here he goes, take over second. Bobby Jones, though, is looking pretty quick right now, as the average speed goes above 140. The fastest car on track, though, is Sean Ard in the draft. He had a 37-second lap time, followed by DJ Curtis and then William Brock. So, again, the Nissans and the Fords are the fastest cars out there right now. Also, ARCSOA Season 28, provided it happens, of course, which I don't think it shouldn't happen. It just might be infrequent uploads. ARCSOA Season 28 will be back on the original Cup mod, I believe, because it's just easy to paint on that mod, really, and I kind of miss the original Cup mod, to be honest with you. So, yeah, original Cup could be fun. Again, I'm only looking at like 14 full-time teams. Then we can have some fun with it, you know, and only about maybe 14, 15 races. I think that'll make things easier with an emphasis on the American 700. I think that could be a real, as maybe the only double points race would be the American 700. I think that could be a really good race, really. Here they go. Well, and maybe the Indy 250. Forgot about that. We still have to do the Indy 250 this year. Oh, here comes Davidson now looking underneath, but it was a good block there by Bobby Jones. Woodard now goes underneath Davidson. Beth Woodard. Woodard has been a rookie standout this year. Really strong rookie today, or these days, Beth Woodard. Down the backstretch now, we have, here comes William Brock now trying to make a move, but Woodard throws the block there. Oh, another one. There's a couple of comments there. Like I said, with the way that this has been, I can actually be a little bit more casual with the fans while the race is going on. It might just cut out the stream just for a second, but you can still hear me talk. Vince Freeze will be a factor, though. Freeze is running about 20 mile an hour off the pace down the straightaways, so he'll be a problem, I think, for the pack to have to deal with, just to be honest with you. We're coming to, but we're actually, I think, going to be coming to pit stops pretty soon, too, so... remember, I think they pitted around 25, maybe, but that was due to a caution due to a blow-up, so... Remember, Tanner Hill's a lap down, but Jones is leading this race, and Jones now, I think, could realistically win this event, really, in the Bradley car. And that they need it. They need it because they're on the cusp of relegation, normally, or either they got in through qualifying, because I did qualifying for this a while ago. They got in through the qualifying session, LCQ, but they also... Oh, we got a car pitting. Got a car pitting. That's one of the Nissans. That's Davidson coming in. Also, Vince Freeze, the lap car, comes in as well. That's going to help out the pack now. So, what was that? About 18 laps on the tank? Ooh. Ooh, we're going to be close on gas at the end of this event. If we go green the rest of the way, 18? I think we did about 18 on that run here. Is that Tanner Hill signaling she's pitting? Jones might be pitting as well. Brock is not. And here they come. Here they come. So now they're coming on pit road now. So this is going to be real close on fuel here at the end. Yeah, they can get about 18 laps on a tank of gas, and we have 18 to go. So these cars that are staying out might have a better shot here at the end. I don't remember what lap that caution, the green flag came back out on, so I'm going to kind of be a little off on this, actually. So, Ard and Brock are going to be looking pretty strong here at the end of this event, I think. Davidson now is out there. These ones that short pitted, I think there might be... I think they might be trying to short pit. Oh, we got a big crash on pit road, it must have been. That's Austin Silverspoon with a lot of front end damage. Let's take a look and see what happened to him. This is on pit road. And who'd he hit? Oh, is that Aiden Shepard? Oh, Aiden Shepard coming out of the pits gets ran over by Austin Silverspoon. Oh, no, that's bad. And that's problems for him. And he is going to have to deal with a lot of damage there, and he is slow, but he's pitting, so that's probably why. I'm not going to blame that on the Silverspoon driver there. That was, I think, Ferrari with unsafe release, but really there was chances to avoid here. This is Brock. The leader is holding up the 17, and now you've got Tannerhill trying to get her lap back. Or the 17 is holding up to 29, holds on to the lead, but Tannerhill's in this lead pack trying to get her lap back. And that could be interesting, because if Tannerhill gets the lap back and there's a yellow, that could be interesting. And there is debris on pit road, but I don't think they're going to throw a yellow for pit road contact. But Shepard is slow now. Or maybe not, actually. Shepard's pretty even with Abbott, at least. A lot of damage to the rear of that car, though. Is the 90 out? Yes, the 97 fell out of the race here, and we got a comment in here. Jared Vershegen comments. It's been a while since we've seen Jared Vershegen around here. Yeah, didn't qualify since Los Gatos. That's not good for Jared Vershegen. And now, ooh, we missed the lead change there. Bobby Jones is taking the lead away from Brock. How do you do that? Yeah, it was just a dive down to the inside by himself, really. Jones got by Brock. And that's a pretty good move there by Jones, to be honest with you. Very strong move. They're right at the end of this event, or coming towards the end of this event. But again, pit stop strategy, it's going to be these two cars, unless if it comes down to pit stop strategy. And we know, was it Jones stayed out late? Or was it Brock that stayed? No, Brock stayed out late. So if it comes down to these two drivers, it's going to be one of these two, and it's probably going to be Brock then. But we've got a car on pit. Oh, the 80. Remember the... Could this have been a big pit strategy play here by the 80? Remember, the 80 didn't pit under the yellow. And now he's pitted later, but he didn't have the lead. I think he's going to go a lap down after all of this, and that's not going to be good for him, but... I wonder if that's a pit strategy call in order to try and get one less pit stop out of it that just didn't play out well for them. If it was an ill-timed pit strategy call, remember, they're fighting for the Constructors' Championship, and Ethan Moore isn't here right now in this race. Ethan Moore, of course, in the 87 car, I believe, fell out. Yeah, Ethan Moore fell out of the race. He's in 26th, they'll get, so he's outside even the points. But now, if it's going to come down to Brock v. Jones, my money's kind of on Brock simply on fuel. So, here we go. Going to be interesting. We're coming to 11 to go next time by. We're on 12 to go. We're going to take a look a little further back. The battle for third is between Davidson, Woodard, and Ard. Maybe if they can start working together and not busy trying to pass each other, they can maybe start catching these leaders. But the field is so spread out, I don't think we're going to see that, especially with Tannerhill in this pack. So it's a 3v3. And I think the leading three cars are the best cars out there right now. I'm going to take a look at the intervals here. But it looks like... Yeah, oh yeah, they're definitely losing ground. They're definitely losing ground. Well, I don't think Landry Racing will be coming back anyway, Jared, to be honest with you. I think if we're only doing 14 teams, I'm going to take team suggestions from people who can paint, and maybe they can start around, and then I might just get some paint schemes off the internet, maybe of just for the OCM mod, some old-timey paint schemes, but just going to try and make things work out better. But now, Bobby Jones versus William Brock again. This is coming down to a good battle now between these two. And they're kind of losing touch with Tannerhill here, so... Here they go. Very interesting battle. Very, very interesting. Because it's going to be a fuel mileage game now. Unless if a yellow were to fly. And we're getting close where if a yellow flies, there will be no wave arounds. Because ARCSOA, like I said earlier in the broadcast, has done a wave around, is come up with a wave around system, which is a super long caution. But if there's cars on the tail end of the lead lap, what we'll do is we'll throw out a quickie yellow right as they go back green, and therefore that gives all the cars on the tail end of the lead lap their lap back. But now, oh, looks like Brock, who has been content to stay behind and save fuel behind Jones, now is maybe starting to peek out there a little bit. Maybe trying to peek out, but they're coming up to lap traffic, and this could very much change the complexion of what happens here. Maybe Brock wants to lead the group here because Ozkin has been a notoriously bad backmarker today. And we're going to see what happens. It looks like Jones is going to try to the highline. Oh, contact between the two. That could have been bad. That could have been really bad between the two, but they get by. Jones almost got turned by Brock into the inside wall there. Let's go back and take a look at that once they get by Saber here, maybe. Is Saber a lap down? Yes, Saber's already a lap down, so it really doesn't matter all that much, but I do want to take a look at this again here. Yeah, they're coming up here, and looks like Jones made a late decision to try and go to the inside of Ozkin because he saw Ozkin was going to commit to the outside, and that nearly ended in tears. But now Jones just is fighting back because Brock is being held up. So we're missing it now. This race is really heating up with only a couple of laps with 7 to go. Because now Jones dives back underneath Brock for the lead. So now they're starting to get a bit racy. But Jones has no help. And now Jones now has help from Tannerhill. And yes, that's a big help by Tannerhill there as we go back to live coverage now. Brock just got by Saber. And Roy, Costra, and Flaubert, our American 700 champion Costra and Flaubert now, are going to be factors in this event as well. Here they go, down, in through 3 and 4. Has Jones saved enough gas? Because really, it doesn't appear to have been the case, really. Because he's led. He doesn't appear to be anything there. We got a chat here. That was close. Right there. Here we go. Bobby Jones now. Brock's got to get by the 12 if... And that's what he's doing, right? As I say that, Brock's got to get by the 12 if he wants any chance of really fighting on track if Jones can make it. Jones, of course, was the winner at Willow Springs. Did Brock win Sawmill? I can't remember. Brock was strong at Sawmill, I thought, but... coming down to it now. Here we go. And there will be lap traffic to deal with here. Right at the end here, maybe this will help Jones get some positions here because they're going to start lapping some of these cars that are right at the tail end of it here. If a caution comes out, the race is over. And the last time they came up to lap traffic, it almost ended in tears between these two, and they were in kind of the same position. Jones and Brock now, with only coming to 3 laps to go. Will Jones make it on fuel is a good question as well. Here they go. Flaubert's really holding up these cars. And now, Jones seems to be taking the high line here around Roy. And Brock is going to get held up. Going to try 3 wide there. Oh, but this could be an aggressive move by Jones if he's going to try the inside. I thought he was going to try 3 wide there. Costra is making this life easy for Brock. With 2 to go coming up here. And now Brock goes underneath Jones. But Costra blocks. Costra blocks down, blocks Jones. Oh, here we go. At least he's playing even with them both. But it looks like Brock has now taken over the lead here, I think. Oh, but Costra. I think Brock is in the catbird seat, maybe. Oh, but here comes Tannehill to mess up things. Tannehill's going to force 3 wide. Tannehill's going to force 3 wide. What are you doing, Tannehill? Making the race interesting, yes, but and then Vince Freezes might be a factor by the end of this. White flag for William Brock. Brock has always been strong on the super speedways. And Tannehill is going to make this race interesting for Jones. Here comes Vince Freeze now. And Freeze is going to hold up Brock. Freeze is going to hold up Brock. Jones goes by on the inside. Last lap move. Bobby Jones comes through 3 and 4. He is going to win the round of the New York Autoring. Bobby Jones is your victor today. Provided Room of Doom goes well for him. That is a big if. A big, big if there. Brock comes home second. And these 3 have not moved positions all day. Or since that last pit stop, they were able to make it to the flag. Nobody had to pit. Curtis, Abbott, Faust, Ilkin, Shepard did fall back a bit there. Kelvin, Stratan, and then Fitzgerald and Perkins. Perkins and Fitzgerald will be the last 2 cars on the lead lap at the end of the race. Right there at the end, 14th position for Carter Fitzgerald here. Let's take a look at some of the comments while we wait for everybody to come back to the pits. Verschagen is trying to find a ride for next year. 12 is trying to hang on to the 29. Eventful finish. Yes, it was, believe it or not, for only 2 cars being up there. And, yeah. So far, so good there at the end there. Oh, we got another comment that just came in. Vince Freeze. Yeah, it was a very strange race for only having 14 cars on the lead lap at the end of it, but very strange one. It's not the last super speedway either, because I believe we still have Talladega to go. And then the Indy 250, if you want to count that as one, even though that's not really a restricted horsepower race. But with that being said, some of our commentary is going to end here, and check the ARCSOA Discord for points here coming up right here at the end of this event. It's going to be exclusive on the ARCSOA Discord at the end. I might post a video of the points, a separate video of the points here just in a little bit, though, if that makes you feel all right. With that being said, that's it for this recording today. Hope to see you next time. And if you want to go into the ARCSOA Discord, if you're watching, please do so. I will be